I am a water seller here in the capital. This whole area is impoverished. They say that things are so bad that only the gods can help us now. So imagine my delight when I learn that 3 of the most important gods have been sent down to Earth on a fact-finding mission. For 3 days now I've been keeping a lookout for them here at the edge of the city, in the hope that I would be the first to welcome them. That fellow can't possibly be a god. What about those? At your service, O enlightened ones.
We require room for the night. Do you know of one?
The city is at your feet. Choose your address.
The nearest house will do, my son.
I'm afraid of incurring the enmity of powerful people.
Make it in order then. Take the nearest house.
That'd be Mr. Foe's house. If you'll just wait here for a moment.
Get lost! I don't want any water.
Mr. Foe happens not to be at home at the moment. A moment longer, please. I'm just going to ask across the way now. I'll go to Mr. Chang.
A small room is quite sufficient.
Is inconsolable. He has a house full of relations and is too afraid to tell you so himself. He's afraid of your judgment, that's the truth of it.
Are we really that terrible?
Only to bad people. In Atlantis, for instance, they've suffered flooding for decades now.
Oh, and why is that?
Well, because the people there lack piety.
What nonsense! Because they allowed their dam to fall into disrepair.
My son, are you at all optimistic?
What a question. I need only knock at the door of the very next house and I can have the pick of all the rooms for you. People are desperate to put you up.
Bad luck in Atlantis, bad luck in Pompeii, bad luck here. You won't admit it. This mission is a failure.
You mustn't give up too easily. Terms of the resolution were that the world can stay the way it is, if enough good people are found who are able to lead a decent life. Unless I am very much mistaken, the water seller himself is an example of such a man.
He's a cheat.
Very well.
off then.
What does it matter if one apple is slightly rotten? We'll find plenty of people who come up to our requirements. So you've got to find one. What's your problem? Finding lodgings?
For you, certainly not. The blame is entirely mine for looking badly. They're beginning to notice.
You won't find anything. To cross this place off as well.
They are three of the principal gods. Honestly, I tell you, their statues in the temple are a very good likeness. Now there's only the prostitute, Shente, left. And she can't say no. Shente! Shente! Shante! They've come, and I can't find any accommodation. Can you put them up for the night?
I'm afraid I can't, Wang. I'm expecting a client.
Shante!
I'd have to not say anything if he came. And maybe go away again.
Well, couldn't we come up now?
I have to keep your voices down. Can I be open with them?
No, they mustn't learn of your occupation. We'd better wait here on the street. Will you promise not to go off with your client?
I haven't any money. I'll be thrown out tomorrow unless I pay my rent. Very well, I'll take them in.
I've just found your accommodation.
Oh, really? Let's go.
There really is no rush. Take your time. The room is still being got ready.
You look quite exhausted.
Yes, it's all that running around.
Is life a struggle for people here?
It is for the good ones, yes.
And for you?
I take your meaning. I'm not good. But it's not easy for me either.
Shente! Shente!
I think he's gone now.
Oh. All right. Shante! Shante!
Wang?
Shante? She's gone off to make her money with her client, and now I don't have anywhere for the enlightened ones. I can't very well go back to them and say, sorry, it's all off. I'm not going back.
I'd be happy if you agreed to come and stay in my little room.
My dear Shente, we thank you for your hospitality. We shan't forget that it was you who took us in. Please, tell the water seller that we are thankful to him for showing us such a person.
I'm not good, I must confess. When Wang asked me to put you up for the night, I hesitated.
Doesn't matter if you hesitate, as long as you make the correct decision. Let me tell you, you've given us more than a room for the night. There were many who doubted whether there were any good people left. We continue now, joyful in the knowledge of having found such a person. Goodbye, Shente.
I am far from sure that I am good. I should like to be. But how do I make ends meet? I sell my body. But even then, it's difficult. Because so many are driven to do the same. I should like to keep the commandments. But how can I? Even breaking just a few, I have trouble enough.
All these, Shente, nothing but the doubts of every good person. Now farewell.
I'm not sure of myself, O enlightened ones. How can I be good when everything is so expensive?
If she had a little money, it might help her be good.
We're told you can't raise the money to pay for your rent. Here. Don't tell anyone that we paid you. Might be misinterpreted.
It was more than $1,000 with the money. I bought myself this tobacco shop, and I hope to be able to do a great deal of good. Mrs. Shin, former owner of the shop. She came by yesterday for some rice for her children. She's here again today. Good day, Mrs. Shin.
Good day, Miss Shente. How'd you like your new home?
Oh, very much.
You've got no idea. But running this dump will teach you a thing or two before you're through. It's a real slum out there.
I'll get your rice.
But I wanted to borrow some money off you as well.
I can't lend you any. I haven't sold anything yet.
But I need it. What am I going to live on? You've taken everything off me, and now you're putting the screws on? Leave my children on your doorstep, you murderess!
Don't get so cross.
My dear Shente, we've heard your fortunes have improved, and we wondered if we could stay here for the night. And put these sacks in storage. You met my nephew.
Who on earth are they?
When I first came to the city from the country, they were my landlord. When my bit of money was gone, they threw me out on the street. Probably afraid I may turn them away now. They are poor. They are homeless. They are friendless. They need someone. Who could turn them away? Welcome. I'll gladly put you up.
The best thing is that we settle down here at the back so we don't get in your way. opening up your shop tomorrow, you wouldn't have a spare cigarette anywhere, would you?
You'll be my first customer and bring me luck.
Was that right, Shante?
If that's the way you open up your shop, you'll be out of business in 3 days.
I bet he had some funds on him. He said he had nothing.
How do you know he wasn't lying?
How do I know he was?
She just can't say no. You're too good, Shante. If you want to hold on to your shop, you have to learn to refuse people now and then.
Just say the shop isn't yours. Say it belongs to a family member who you're strictly accountable to. A cousin or something. They are bad people. They're no one's friends. They begrudge others a bowl of rice. They need everything for themselves. Who could blame them?
This is true.
Even you own this shop. See, you're stocking the shelves. Do you know they're not your shelves? Not unless you pay me for them. That baggage never paid me for them. You see? I'm the carpenter.
But I thought everything was included.
I want my $50 silver, and my name's not Lynn too.
But how can I pay? I haven't any money.
Pay up, or have you distrained?
Cousin, couldn't you wait until next month?
No.
Don't be so unyielding. I can't meet all demands at once. Just be a little patient, Mr. Linty.
Who's going to be patient with me and my family? Pay up, I'm taking the shelves with me.
Write out an invoice and Miss Shantae's cousin will pay you.
Yeah, I've heard of cousins like that before.
I know him personally.
Razor sharp.
Very well. I'll write him a bill. He'll have the shirt off your back for those few boards unless someone tells him where to get off.
He has done his work and doesn't want to go away empty-handed. He has a family. It's bad that I can't pay him. What will the gods say? You already did your bit when you took us in. That was already more than generous.
So this is where you've got to.
This is my brother and my sister-in-law. You can stay here, it's all right there.
Yes, welcome.
They would have no idea where to go. This is why you've got this shop.
Here's the bill. I'll be back for the money in the morning.
Rest assured, cousin will pay.
Hello, grandmother. A good old dear. I hope we're not too many for you. The important thing is that we don't get in the way of you running the business. Because what else will send smoke up the chimney?
So long as the cousin doesn't suddenly show up, that tough Mr. Shuitar.
You won't mind being odd one now, will you?
It's on the cousin. How do you do?
What about a little song to entertain our hostess?
Hey! Years ago, before the snow, turn my hair white. I used to make my way by native wit.
drop it. See the grey smoke, twisting in thin air. You'll go the same way too.
Oi! You drunk for that yourself! Get that over here!
Oh, please! Spare my shop! Don't break everything! It was a gift from the gods! My lovely shop no sooner opened, and it's no longer a shop.
Don't say anything, I know. None of the people I found would put you up in their houses.
No, you did find someone. They came and you were gone. You told us they were good, and you were right.
So it was Shantae who put you up.
Naturally.
I am deeply ashamed, O enlightened ones.
And now, Water Seller, do us the favour of running back to the city, calling on the good Shantae. Encourage her in her goodness, as no one can remain good unless goodness is required of them. We will go on looking for other people like our good person to put an end to the chorus of opinion that says it is impossible for good people to live in our world.
I'm the cousin.
You're what?
My name is Shui Ta. The first customers will be along soon, so please get dressed so that I can open up my shop.
Your shop? I thought it belonged to our friend Shantae.
Where has she got to anyway? She's unable to be here. She asked me to say to you that she cannot do anything more for you now that I'm here.
And we thought she was a good person. Don't believe him. Look for her.
You, and you form a search party. In the meantime, the boy can get us something to eat. Do you know the cake stand on the corner? Creep up to it and grab a shirtful. But don't let the baker catch you and steer clear of the police.
They won't find her. My cousin regrets that she is unable to extend her hospitality indefinitely. There are simply too many of you. This is a tobacco shop, and it is Miss Shantae's only means of support.
Such words could never pass the lips of our Shantae.
You may be right.
There is a small debt still outstanding on the shelving. $50 silver.
Don't you think $50 silver is a little excessive? No?
I have a wife and children to feed.
How many children?
4.
Then I offer you $4 silver.
Are you mad? Those shelves are walnut.
Then remove them.
What do you mean?
They're too expensive. I'm asking you to remove the walnut shelving.
demand that Miss Shantae be brought. She seems a better person than you.
I dare say she's broke. Give him a hand.
Let's get these shelves out of here.
You son of a bitch! Do you want my family to starve?
I'll offer you $2 silver because I prefer not to stack my tobacco goods on the floor.
You said 4. They've been made to measure. They fit here and nowhere else.
Precisely. That's why I'm only offering you $2 silver.
I can't compete with that. Keep the shelves. Pay whatever you want.
$2 silver.
Oh, but they're walnut. Take them away. $50 silver. I've got 4 children. Then I'll pay you 4. But they've been made to measure. $2 silver. That's the way to deal with them.
Yes. Now go away.
Us?
Yes, you. The thieves and sponges.
The best course of action is not to reply at all.
For the last time, get out! As you please. Am I right in thinking I'm speaking to the district constable?
That's correct, Mr.
Shuita. Pleasant weather we're having.
Perhaps a shade too warm.
If he keeps him talking till the boy gets back, we're sunk.
Calm down, the boy won't come back while the policeman's standing in the doorway.
He's deliberately brought him indoors so the boy won't see him standing there.
Why, you! Stop! Where did you get those cakes from? Stole them, I suppose. It's nothing to do with us. The boy acted on his own initiative, scamp. Right, you're all coming back to the police station with me.
I am scandalized that such a thing should happen in my shop. Don't you want to take your sacks with you?
Sacks? What sacks? We never brought any sacks with us.
Oh, then my cousin must have been mistaken, or I've misunderstood her. Opium?
Excuse me for coming in again. I wanted to thank you on behalf of the police.
'Tis I'm indebted to you, sir.
There was something said about some sacks earlier. That riffraff didn't leave anything, did they, Mr. Shuita?
Not a thing. Did you smoke?
Mr. Shuitar, your decisive appearance on the side of public order has shown me the kind of man you really are. I hope you'll be staying here among us.
I'm afraid I can't stay. I was just passing through and was able to help out my cousin in an emergency. Soon, she'll be left to her own devices once more. I'm very concerned as to what will become of her.
Why not find a husband for her?
A husband?
Yes, why not? Between you and me, Mr. Shu Fu, the barber next door, indicated to me yesterday that he takes quite a flattering interest in the young lady.
It's not a bad idea. Might you be able to arrange a meeting?
I think so. Of course, it'll have to be done with some delicacy. I would suggest a chance meeting by the lake. Miss Shente might be admiring the goldfish, and in her rapture let fall a remark such as, well, such as?
Look at the lovely goldfish.
Brilliant, and Mr. Shu Fu might say in reply, for instance,
I see only the beautiful face reflected in the waters.
perfect. I'll go and have a word with Mr. Shu Fu right away.
I was beginning to feel rather pessimistic about the future of the little shop, which was a gift from the gods to my cousin. But now, I see a solution. Still, it's frightening to know that life demands such good fortune, so many ideas, and such good friends.
What are you looking at?
What are you doing with that robe?
Walk on, sister. I've got no money. And if I did, I wouldn't spend it on you anyway. I'd buy myself a cup of water first.
What are you doing with that robe? You mustn't.
It's none of your business. Get lost.
It's raining.
Well, don't think you can get under my tree.
No?
Forget it, sister. Wouldn't have you anyway. All right, damn it, get under the tree.
Why did you want to do that?
Do you really want to know?
Alright then, I'll tell you. So I'm rid of you. Do you know what a pilot is?
Yes, saw some pilots once.
No, you didn't. You just saw some idiots in leather helmets mouthing off. You asked one of them to drop 2,000 feet through the clouds and pick her up with a touch on the stick. They'd say, not in my contract. I'm a pilot. So I'm a pilot without a plane. But you can't imagine what that's like.
I think I can.
No, I'm telling you, you can't. So you can't. Why did you want to cut me down anyway, sister?
I'm frightened. I'm sure you only wanted to do it because it's such a grave.
Tell me about yourself.
I have a little shop.
Oh, I see. You have a little shop. You're not a streetwalker at all.
I have a shop. But before that, I used to walk the streets.
And I suppose it was a gift from the gods.
Yeah.
You're not very amusing, are you?
I can play the lute a bit and imitate other people's voices. Oh, how stupid of me. I seem to have left home without my money bags. Then I got the shop. First thing I did was give away my lute. Now, I said to myself, I can be silent and it won't matter. It is said, to speak without hope is to speak without goodness.
I have no hope. When the letter arrived this morning, I reached for the rope. Price tag on the job is $500.
Is it a job as a pilot? I have a cousin who might be able to come up with that kind of money. Pilot needs to fly. Anyone can see that.
What are you talking about?
Can you come to the tobacco shop? If I'm not there, my cousin will be.
And you're through with men? I haven't eaten anything in 2 days, or drunk anything in 1. I couldn't love you if I wanted to.
I like it in the rain.
I sell water for a living, and now it's pissing down like hell. I had to walk for miles this morning to fill this bucket at the well.
Oh, ah, la, 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 la. Thirsty and parched.
No one will try it, no one pays me, no one buys it.
Oh, ah, la, 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 la.
Buy water, you bastards. How I'd love to bung up the sky. Once I dreamed the rain just stopped. 7 years of dehydration, I'm selling by the drop.
Oh, ah, la, 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 la. Oh, ah, please.
They cried, they held out their hands. You should have seen their mugs. Go jump in the lake.
Fasten, la, 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 la. Our tongues are hanging out.
Now you little weeds are suckling at the fat breasts of the clouds, lying on your backs and shuffling. And it's my job to up the spout.
Oh, ah, la, 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 la. Don't
Shente?
I'm fine. I've met a very bold and clever man. And I'd like to buy a cupful of your water.
Why not just tip your head back and open up your mouth? You'll have as much water as you want.
But well, it's your water I want. Bought from afar. Fatiguingly. And hard to sell because of the rain today. I want it for the gentleman over there.
I thought you were going to meet someone who was going to help you.
Yes, but now I found someone who I can help.
I've seen her Owen Lighton once. She's absolutely unspoiled.
That's good news.
She's in love. She's really happy.
May it strengthen her in her determination to do good.
She does all the good that she can.
What are these good actions she does?
She has a kind word about everybody. A person never leaves her tobacco shop just because they have no money. She's put up a family of 7. She bought a cup of water from me, even though it was raining.
Naturally, we would have expected nothing less.
But all these things cost money. A small shop doesn't make that much.
True, true.
Consider that the times are none too good. The shop got into difficulties, and she had to call in her cousin to help her. In short, she could no longer cope with the demands of the business. But everyone's agreed that she's a fine lass. They call her the angel of the suburbs. So much good goes out of her little shop, whatever the carpenter Lintu says.
Does the carpenter Lintu speak ill of her?
Oh, all he says is that the shelving in the shop hasn't been paid for in full.
Oh, and how could she possibly allow this to happen?
I suppose she didn't have the money.
Never mind that. You meet your liabilities.
Let me say on Miss Shente's behalf that it was the cousin who was responsible, not herself.
Well, then this cousin should be banned from the premises in future.
The cousin has a reputation as a respectable businessman.
Let's not condemn her cousin out of hand.
At any rate, it shan't happen again.
Excuse the harsh tone today. We're overtired. We haven't been sleeping properly. The lodgings we've had.
Don't be too hard on her, enlightened ones. Don't expect too much to start off with.
In our country, the useful man needs luck. Only if he finds strong backers can he develop his usefulness. The good cannot help themselves, and the gods powerless to assist them. Why are the gods not equipped with guns and with tanks, with bombs and with shells, and with air and sea power to succour the good and destroy the bad? It would be to their advantage and to ours. The good in our country can't long remain good. Where there's nothing on the plates, the hungry come to blows. Oh yes, the commandments of the gods are unavailing against want. Why do the gods not appear in our midst and smile as they hand out the fruits of the earth? And so permit those strengthened by bread and wine to live together on a friendly, decent basis.
To obtain a square meal. Requires as much ruthlessness as to found an empire. There's no helping a single beggar without trampling on a dozen others. Why do the gods on high not say aloud that they owe the good a good world to inhabit? Why do they not stand with the good and shout, "Take aim"? Fire and suffer no suffering.
My name is Yang Sun. Is Shentai around? I think she's told you about us. Do you think we could get 500 out of this shop?
May I ask whether you're proposing to sell it immediately?
Do we have 500 in cash? So we sell.
It may have been a little precipitate of her to promise you the money. It could cost her the shop.
I need the money fast, or not at all.
May I ask what the $500 is to be used for?
A friend of mine from flying school could get me a job if I slip him $500.
Isn't the amount unusually large?
No. I've been out of a job for long enough.
Mr. Yang's son, you're asking my cousin to give up her small property and all of her friends in the city and to put herself entirely into your hands. May I take it you intend to marry her?
It's a step I'd be prepared to take.
Then isn't it a pity to sell the shop at a knockdown price? If you're in a hurry to sell, you won't get very much money for it. Mightn't you be interested in taking over a tobacco business?
It's no work for a Yang son, not in this century.
May I ask, is flying well paid?
$150 a month, sir.
That's a lot.
Do you expect me to fly for the fun of it?
My cousin had asked me to help you secure this job as a pilot, which means so much to you. From my cousin's point of view, I see no reason why she should not follow the promptings of her heart. She is fully entitled to experience the joys of love. I am prepared to turn all of this into cash. Mrs. Mike Sue, the tobacco dealer, whose advice I have asked for on the sale.
Is it true? Do you want to sell your shop?
If I can get enough money for it, I'll sell.
How much did your tobacco cost?
My cousin bought it for 1,000 silver dollars, and only very little has been sold.
$1,000? She's been taken for a ride.
We'll let you have that, of course. But you'll have to do better than 300.
$300.
It's not enough, but it's better than nothing.
But you won't get the job for 300.
No, but what do I want with the shop?
But then everything will be gone. What will you live on?
But I'll have 300. We'll do it. Lock, stock and barrel for 300 and no more messing. When can we have the money by?
Right away.
Put 300 down the contract. I see Shantae's signature's already on it.
Good day, Mr. Good day, Mr. Shubita. Give my regards to Miss Shantae.
Done it!
But it's not enough.
No, we're 200 short. You'll just have to raise that from somewhere.
And how am I going to do that, short of stealing it?
Your cousin seemed to think we're the man to raise the whole amount.
Perhaps I am. I'm assuming that Shantae's future happiness is at stake here.
You'll take care of it.
A pilot must fly. You have enough money for the two of you to make a start.
Sure.
How much is that?
Well, I'll get it all together if it means stealing it. I'm leaving the girl behind in the early days. She'd just be a millstone around my neck.
I see.
Why are you looking at me as if I was a leaky petrol tank? You have to reach for the stars.
What's my cousin going to live off?
Can't you help her out?
I'll do my best. I'd like you to give me the $300 into my safekeeping, Mr. Yang's son.
Don't you trust me then?
I trust no one.
Nor me. I can see we're not going to understand each other. I shall just have to turn to the girl for the remaining 200.
Do you really think she'll sacrifice everything for your sake when you're not even thinking of taking her with you?
She will.
And you're not afraid of my opposition? You seem to forget that she's a rational human being.
Have you never heard of the power of love? Or of fleshly longings? You want her to be sensible. She has no common sense. I've only to lay my hand on her shoulder and say, "You're coming with me," and she'll hear bells.
Mr. Yang's son!
Mr. Whatever your name is!
My cousin is devoted to you because...
Let's say it's because it's my hands on her tits. Now I'm going to wait outside till she comes home. And don't worry if she's late in tonight. We're having supper together. Discussing the remaining 200.
The shop's gone. He doesn't love me. I'm lost. Am I reckless? Am I without the required measure of brutality? The times are vile, and this town is hell. But we flatten ourselves against the smooth walls, and we climb.
Then one of us is overtaken by disaster. She's in love.
That's it. I'm finished. A single moment of weakness, and I'm done for. How are we to free ourselves of every weakness, especially this?
love. Love is too costly. It's impossible. Then tell me again. Is one to live and forever be on one's guard? What kind of world is that? Bring Mr. Shufu the barber, right away. My dear Mr. Shufu, I have heard report that you've expressed a certain interest in my cousin. The young woman is in great danger.
Oh?
A few hours ago, the owner of her own shop, she is now little more than a beggar.
Mr. Shuita, the charm of Miss Shente lies not in her shop, the goodness of her shop, but in the goodness of her heart. Name by which the young lady is known in this district says it all. The angel of the suburbs.
Such goodness has cost her $300 in a single day. It must be stopped.
Disregard this one unfortunate occasion. Her goodness must on no account be stopped. It is in the nature of the young lady to do good. What is the feeding of 4 people that I witness with emotion every morning? Why does she not feed 400? I hear she's trying to find shelter for a few homeless people. My houses behind the stockyard are empty. They are at her disposal.
My cousin will be lost in admiration at such ideas.
Over dinner in a small but select restaurant.
I will hasten to notify my cousin. Would you kindly wait a moment?
What's going on here?
Miss Shente is holding important discussions with Mr. Shuijha, which may not be interrupted.
Shente's here. I never saw her come in. What discussions? I must be in on this.
You will have to be patient, sir. I believe I know who you are. Be apprised that Miss Shente and I are about to announce our engagement.
What?
Sorry, my dear.
Shente, what's going on here? you gone mad?
Son, my cousin, and Mr. Shufi have decided that I should listen to Mr. Shufi's ideas on how to better the lot of the people in the tenements. My cousin opposes our relationship.
And you're going along with him?
Yes.
Did they tell you I'm a bad person, Shente? Because maybe I am. But that's why I need you. They're forcing you into misery, Shente. Look into my eyes. Can't you believe that I wouldn't love you without a dowry? Look at him. Haven't you got eyes in your head? Tell me yourself. You would have gone with him, wouldn't you, if I hadn't come?
Yes.
A man you don't love.
Yes.
Have you forgotten everything? The rain?
What do you want?
For you to go away with me, Shente.
Forgive me, Mr. Shufi. I want to go with Sam.
Mr. Shuita!
Tell him to stop shouting.
Please, don't shout for my cousin. I know he doesn't agree. But he's wrong. I feel it. I want to go with a man I love. I don't want to calculate the cost. I don't want to consider whether it's good or not. I want to go with him I love. I was always told that when you're in love, you had your head in the clouds. But the wonderful thing is having your feet on the ground. I'm to sell this sack so that Sam can fly once more. This stuff's poison. How could I intend to sell it? Doesn't even belong to me. How could I forget that too? In a storm of emotion, I threw myself into Son's arms. The bad things he said to Shuita were without effect on Shente. Falling into his embrace, I thought, gods want me to be good to myself as well. Not let anyone go to ruin.
Not even oneself,
To fill everyone with happiness.
including oneself.
That is good.
Like a small hurricane, sun simply swept away my shop.
But he's not a bad person. He loves me.
When I am by, he will do nothing bad.
When I tell him of what I've seen here, he will understand. He would sooner go and work in a factory with me than to owe his job as a pilot to a dirty deed. But will I be strong enough to appeal to the good in him? day to marry him, I hesitate between joy and fear.